Buying a sports car in your 20s is one of the best financial mistakes you'll ever make. I got my first sports car at 23 years old. For the last two or 3 years, I've been driving a Toyota CHR, and I was in use that for like college and stuff. And that's a great car, but I've always dreamed of owning a sports car. So as soon as I graduated, as soon as I started my first full-time job, within a month or two, I think 2 months in, I bought my first sports car. And let me tell you, it is one of the best decisions of my life. I bought a 2018 Mazda MX-5 ND Miata, and it's an RF, which is a kind of a retractable fast top. So the top comes down, and it's almost like a Targa top, if you're familiar with Porsches. And originally, actually, I wanted to get the kind of older model, the NA model with the pop-up headlights. But insurance companies here are ridiculous. Like, they need you to be over like 25 or 30 years old. And even then, like, they won't even give you insurance. Like, they literally require you to have it as a second car and to have another daily driver. So like it's just almost impossible for a young person to get into those old JDM cars. And like very few insurance companies even insure it, which is a pain. So I ended up going for the new MX-5, the ND model. And it looks sick as well, to be honest. And yeah, as I said, it's one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. Like the joy that it brings just driving. Like, I've started to go on drives just for the sake of driving. Like, I've never did that when I was driving my Toyota CHR. Especially when you have a convertible, like, it's a whole nother experience. It's unreal. Like, you really have to kind of experience it for yourself. And the Miata is, like, such a fun car. Like, it's so lightweight. The gearbox is so good. It just feels so good to drive, sounds so good to drive. I mean, you just can't beat it. And like even now I've started my job. The best part of my job is actually the drive to and from work. And I love my job. So that's just how exciting driving has become for me now. Like, I guess it's just going from point A to point B, but at the end of the day, it just having a sports car just really makes that experience 10 times better. It's so fun and so exciting. Every time you get in the car, like you're just pumped up. And yeah, it's something else owning a sports car. Like, I don't know if anyone else does this, but every time they walk past it, like you just stare at it for a while. And you think like, whoa, this is mine. That's crazy. Like, it's actually unreal. It does draw some attention now when you drive a sports car. And maybe if you're an introvert, that may not be ideal, but do you know what? Like, mostly it's positive. And do you know what? A lot of people kind of say to save that money, don't buy that sports car, invest it, save it for your mortgage or whatever, or wait till you're retired. But I think that's a load of BS. Like at the end of the day, like, tomorrow's not promised. We can't guarantee that we're gonna wake up tomorrow. I really think that your 20s is probably the best time to buy a sports car. Like, especially you probably don't have much responsibilities. Like, eventually once you get married and stuff and have a family, it's probably going to be a bit tougher. But I would actually argue that you can actually do all of those things. You can buy a sports car in your 20s and still get the house, still have a family, still get everything else. I don't see why you have to compromise. Now, I guess if you want to invest and all that kind of stuff and you're interested in that, fair enough. But I don't think that's a good enough excuse to avoid buying a sports car. It really is like such an amazing life experience that I really do wish that people who like to drive absolutely should get one in their 20s. It's like if you're depressed or if you're sad, even though it's momentary and somewhat fleeting, those few minutes you spend driving. Well, I suppose like even we spend so much of our lives driving to and from work and to other places. Like why not elevate that experience? That's just my thought process. Do you know what I mean? Because we're all going to die eventually. And if you're waiting until like 40 or 50, 40 years to buy your sports car, like that's ridiculous. You can buy it now and it can actually be feasible. Like you don't have to wait till retirement. You can buy the sports car now and you can get a better sports car at retirement. I'm telling you, this is feasible. Now, obviously, if you're thinking about spending 40, 50, or even 100K on a car, that's where it probably will not be feasible in your 20s. If you just follow the half your yearly income rule, then you can definitely afford a sports car. Albeit, it might not be the R35 GTR or Supra or BMW M competition that you want, but we can get that later. Right now, you can buy a sports car, but start small. You could totally afford anything between like 5 to 30K for most people that have like a full-time job. You will have to sacrifice some practicality, some comforts if you're gonna buy a sports car. But let me tell you, it's totally freaking worth it. Like the fun and the joy that it brings. Where there's a will, there's a way. So if you want that sports car, you will find a way. So that's just my thoughts on it. I would highly encourage you to get that sports car that you're thinking about getting. Obviously, don't go too outside your budget to where it's crippling you financially. But you should definitely buy a sports car. It is top 10 life experiences. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.